There he is. Pull that mic over. That's Greg Finley, ladies and gentlemen. Do you got to make the switch in the other room?
Yeah, I'd have to switch it.
Go switch it and turn the lights on so they can get a good view of you. One of the hardest producers out there, doing everything to make your Pratt Pack look and sound a whole lot better than I probably am. But these producers are key to what we do here at Odyssey, and he is one of the best. Went to Waynesburg University and was actually educated by my hero behind that microphone, one of the best play-by-play announcers ever, Lanny Fratteri. I guess Lanny's retired now?
Yeah, he retired.
All right, so before we talk baseball, let's talk a basketball game tonight. Epic proportion. The Cleveland Cavaliers and OKC. These are some of the best players in the entire world on these two teams. And when you think basketball, you think of some of the great names, Steph Curry and, LeBron and others. But Anthony Edwards is one of those young players, too. Mm-hmm. But Cleveland has got a heck of a team this year.
Yeah, I mean, they got Donovan Mitchell, who they went and got a couple of years ago now. And Jared Allen has been an absolute beast as a center for them. Darius Garland, very good player. Man, Mitchell, 3 of 15 tonight from the floor. That's not good, but they're still winning. That's crazy. But that's not a good night for him.
I saw Garland earlier today in an interview on ESPN, and they asked him why so successfully. He said, because we're just having fun. We're just laughing and playing like just young people who really want to get to the arena and play basketball.
And it's easy to have fun when you're 31-4. That's incredible.
How does this happen, especially when they were horrible for so many years? Then they get a championship with LeBron, and then LeBron breaks their heart again. I mean, and now they are the big ticket in town.
Yeah, they spent money and they went and got Donovan Mitchell. That's what happened. You get a superstar player and you spend money and you trade draft picks to get into win now mode. That's what the Cavaliers have done.
Can I ask you another basketball question?
Yeah, of course.
Should they have retired Derrick Rose's number?
Yeah, I think so.
I do too. A lot of people were saying, I'm not so sure, but I definitely can see why they did that.
Yeah. He was a very special player for that team whenever I was in high school. And, the Bulls, I was a Heat fan because I liked LeBron when I was in high school. And the Bulls always scared me the most because of Derrick Rose. Because he was just a playmaker. He did everything. But the injuries really caught up to him in his career. But I think that it was the right decision.
One thing about Greg, as much as he respects me, he doesn't sugarcoat it, and he doesn't agree with me because he thinks he has to. So he may not agree with me on this, but I'm going to ask him because I've asked everyone else, why don't we have a WNBA or an NBA team in this town? Would it work? I think both would. Many people believe more maybe WNBA than the NBA, but I still think Pittsburgh would embrace it.
I don't know how to answer that question.
You don't believe it. That's why, and I get it. A lot of people don't, but I still think we don't give fans. There are a lot of basketball fans in this region. I mean, that great brand that's Odyssey that we work for, they do a lot of stuff when it comes to the NBA. The NBA still moves the meter. And listen, if I'm a bar owner or a restaurant owner or I have a hotel, be nice to have some games at PPG Paints Arena, some NBA or WNBA games, because you'd have more people coming to town and spending money.
Well, I had been asking for an NBA team for a long time. There was a shot that the Pistons were going to move out of Detroit and come to Pittsburgh.
When was that?
Years ago.
Oh.
There was a shot. It wasn't a big shot, but there was talks about the Pistons wanting to leave Detroit, and there were rumors going around that, hey, Pittsburgh could be a landing spot. I was like, hey, we get the Pistons. I can sit and watch these talented players at games and on television, but it never happened. And I feel like that was the only shot.
So should I be concerned about the Knicks' recent losing ways? Because that's my team.
No, they're still a very good basketball team. Jalen Brunson's the real deal for that team. Karl Anthony Towns, them bringing him in was massive. He's a playmaker.
You heard Coach Marks talking about the windmill dunk?
Yeah.
Did you see the windmill dunk with the Pelicans last night?
I'm a Timberwolves fan, so yes, I did.
They still won the game,
yes,
though.
Correct.
But is that guy going to be healthy all year?
Zion?
Yeah.
No, he's not playing tonight. It's because it's a back-to-back, I think. I don't think it's because he's actually hurt. But, yeah, injuries have always hurt him.
Or that guy in Philadelphia who's never there.
Embiid.
What's up with him?
Yeah, he's always hurt. Did you see the windmill that LeBron had the other day.
Loved it.
Went from right hand to left hand right down the lane over a player. He's 40 years old and he looks like he's 30.
He says he might play 5 more years.
That would be insane. And I think he would get even better with time. He's got the Tom Brady effect. He gets better with age.
Here's what blows me away, how time gets away from you. And what Jordan Marks was saying is so true. I can't believe Steph Curry's as old as he is.
I know.
That, to me, when I found out his age, I'm like, you sure that's not 26?
He's 36, yeah.
I mean, a legendary Hall of Fame career, multiple championships. It went by so quick.
It did. It really did. And that's because the first couple of years he was in Golden State, they were so bad that people didn't really tune into their games. They didn't put them on national TV. Then once they got good, it was all you saw, Stephen Curry. But he had been in the league for a couple of years before they started winning.
You need to slice up this video for me so I can post it, because now you know why I sound so smart. Listen, he's got me in love with the NBA again. I mean, I can't get enough of it. I can't wait to get home to see the highlights of this game. And look, for a kid that grew up loving the NBA when nobody loved the NBA, to see this resurgence with these young players like an Anthony Edwards and others, it's exciting because I think the game is really on the launching pad. And the WNBA, I'm all in. I really think there's going to be some exciting young players coming out of this part of the country again, like we had back in the day, because a lot more eyeballs are going to be on the game now.
I agree. I mean, how about that kid for Duke, Cooper Flagg?
Did you see that stuff?
He's going to be the number 1 pick in the NBA draft. He's 17 years old.
Listen, now you know why my age is just shown, because I said stuff. We called it a jam, a stuff. Obviously, dunk is what they call it. But
which one? He did it multiple times.
The one he went coast to coast.
Yeah.
I mean,
ridiculous.
I mean,
when he threw that down, I pretty much changed the channel. I was like, game over.
Yeah, but he ain't no Larry Bird who tells you what he's going to do and then he does it.
Oh, man.
Listen,
greatest trash talker of all time, Larry Bird.
The thing that I'll always remember about Larry Bird, the old Boston Garden, okay, where there were rats as big as dogs, right, running around in the basement. They said 3 hours before every game, 3 hours before every game, he would spend shooting and running the bleachers. Every game, never missed. The latter part of his career, his back was so bad, he used to lay on his stomach during timeouts to give the pressure on his back a bit of a break. That guy, look, Magic, they're all great. Michael Jordan, love them all, no doubt. LeBron, the late, great Kobe Bryant. But Larry Bird was also a great coach, too, with Indiana. So, man, if you ever get a chance and you have nothing to do on a winter night, just start scrolling. And when you see the Boston Celtics with the short shorts, stop, because you're going to see a Larry Bird highlight. And you know what's amazing? He wasn't that fast. He had 6'9", but he just had the ability to find the hoop.
Yeah, he did.
It's incredible. Baseball, we got 2 minutes. We should have done more on baseball. Pirate Fest coming up. I'm actually going to be there on the 19th. Really excited. Dan Zangrilli's going to be there on Saturday. I love Pirate Fest. Look, I still love my Pirates. I'm still getting excited. And all I keep thinking about is skiing. I know you got to have more than that, but just give me some reason to be optimistic.
Well, you just said it. It's Paul Skeens. He's going to compete for a Cy Young. He stays healthy. I think he's going to win the Cy Young. He is that good. But you also look at the young talent on this team. Jared Jones, he's going to take that next step. What does he look like this year?